1913. Parade. We demand an amendment. In 1913, Alice Paul helped plan a parade. It wasn't the nation's first demonstration in support of votes for women, and it wasn't the last one. This parade became a turning point, though, in the 72-year struggle for the right of women to vote in the United States. Alice Paul organized the parade just as a general might plan for battle. Timing was crucial. The event was set for Monday, March 3rd, the day before the inauguration of the nation's 28th president, Woodrow Wilson. Alice Paul and her collaborators knew that plenty of people, including the media, would be on hand already for that occasion and would see and report about their event. Location was critical, too. They insisted that the parade follow the same prestigious route reserved for the inaugural procession. A small army of volunteers helped design floats, recruit bands, and enlist marchers for the event. Organizers wanted so many women to gather from so many places and with such a varied set of credentials that their presence would be overwhelming. Surely no one, not news reporters, not business leaders, not lawmakers, not the man on the street, not even the newly elected President of the United States, would miss the point. Women, whatever their differences, were committed to one common goal. They wanted the right to vote. As many as 8,000 women converged on Washington, D.C. to take part in the march. Many participants arrived by car or other means of modern transportation. Some made symbolic treks on foot from as far away as New York State. They were welcomed on March 3rd by crisp weather, a cloudless sky, and an estimated 500,000 spectators. Inez Milholland, a beautiful young attorney, set forth past the U.S. Capitol building at the head of the afternoon procession. She was dressed all in white, riding on an all-white horse, and she looked like a modern-day Joan of Arc. We demand an amendment to the Constitution of the United States enfranchising the women of the country, read the Great Demand banner proceeding after her. 6 divisions of women followed, each one representing a theme about women's rights. Some participants rode on floats, others were on horseback, most walked. The parade featured groups of women doctors, women nurses, women lawyers, women business leaders, women artists, and women educators. Women gathered to represent their clubs, states, religious groups, the Red Cross, the PTA, and political parties. Wives and daughters of congressmen, there were no congresswomen yet, joined the parade. African Americans were encouraged to march in a segregated group near the end of the lineup. At least one, Ida B. Wells Barnett from Chicago, insisted on marching alongside her white suffrage friends from Illinois. Colorful splashes of cloth dotted the scene. Street vendors had sold thousands of yellow Votes for Women pennants. Bunting, or festive hangings of the same color, a traditional hue for the women's campaign, had been added alongside the inaugural decorations of red, white, and blue. Countless marchers wore yellow badges or sashes on their costumes that demanded votes for women. Many were clothed in the all-white attire that signified support for their cause. Numerous cloth banners identified the various groups of marchers. Other banners, bearing instructive messages, hung from floats or handheld poles. Many of these standards featured a new trio of colors for the movement: purple for justice, white for purity of purpose, and gold for courage. Milholland, proceeding on her white steed, turned onto Pennsylvania Avenue. The White House and the end of her march lay ahead. The parade stretched out, fully formed, behind. It ranged from an opening section about the voting rights of women in other countries to a closing division of representatives from the United States, including groups of supportive men,